Well, hello there. 'Tis Bushy from Flow-StateAlchemy. So, how you doing today? Um, so let's be straight, honest, and real. I started this vlog, vlogging months ago. Struggled to put stuff up. Took a load of videos. I'm struggling to edit. Um, Trying to be fancy and perfect, like what I do in everything in my life. It's been a really interesting evolution of time here in digital nomads in Sri Lanka, in just working on a digital format of things, video, like becoming a life coach was all online. Like I've done academically, I can be smart. I just not good at reading and writing because I'm dyslexic, and I acknowledge that, and that's perfect. And that's why AI has been a great tool and asset for me. But yeah, coming into videos and video editing, and man, I'm struggling. Oh, man, mosquito. Um, but this is the truth of life, you can't get good at something. I spent most of my life being naturally good at with my hands and building and creating and mechanicking and Irish Naval Service and being a sailor and all that jazz. There's now it's a real test of my creation. It's like, are you gonna continue to create and not let struggle hold you down? Because really, that's the phase of everything, and you can't, even if you're naturally good at it, you somewhat struggle, but it's just the beginning of learning, the beginning of picking up a new skill and new anything, and even whether it's a new habit, that's a big part of coaching and working and self-development is you have to struggle through while you get good at the whatever you want to get good at. But yeah, so I just wanted to open this video with the raw vulnerability of what I'm going to be doing, and it's just going to be videoing and posting. Stop trying to edit and make it fancy, I'm just going to shoot. I'm going to speak like, I think my intention, what I'm going to do, is sometimes the sound doesn't sound great, and well, hopefully this lighting is good and the sound is good, and if not, fuck it, it's going up. As I'm gonna treat this vlog as I'm just chatting to a friend on the phone, and I'm gonna pick a topic, talk to my friends, share. I'm just sharing this because a big part of this vlog is actually, I would love to chat to so many of my friends from around the world, from connections. If you notice me, fucking, I'm jumping around, moving. It's because of mosquitoes. It's just a part of life. We don't have cold weather over here like we do in Ireland. We've got mosquitoes. So, like the winter, you just gotta deal with it. Like the mosquitoes, you just gotta deal with it. And I think I'm dealing with it pretty well. Just getting used to it, but yeah. Anywho, so I just want to do a little video on the full moon fires. It being the full moon this morning here in Sri Lanka at 4 o'clock at 44 minutes. So we had a little shindig, as we always do, on the full moon and on the new moon. And I just want to have a chat about it and post about it because it's been an integral part of my development and growth here, my own personal healing of the past. So for those that most of you know, but for those that don't, I don't know, depends who watches. For those that do know, for those that don't know, I've been on a path of self-development, of healing and growth. 6 years? Yeah, we say 6. It's not 2 days anyway, that's for sure. But yeah, it started with losing weight, I'm becoming addicted to eating healthy after losing 50 odd kgs, being heavy for at that time, most of my life. And then I found psychedelics. I found ayahuasca, bufo, went to Colombia, went to Peru, and healed a lot. I healed a lot in that space, but also developed a big spiritual ego. Um, Became a breathwork instructor in the process of it all. Was holding breathwork spaces. Ended up working at a beautiful retreat center with some really good friends of mine. Um, yeah, and got lost in spiritual bypassing, which I think a lot of people do with psychedelics in the spiritual realm. Which I understand that it's a part of it. So anyway, now, you might notice along this channel, this blog. Oh, there's an ant. Oh, it's a spider. So there's a side note here, a little bit of information about you have the green weaver ants, which are actually brown. The queens are green. Fuck, beautiful. They have like this pearl green back. I've only ever seen two. Within the first 2 weeks of being here, there was two of them popped out of their homes, their nests. But yeah, they were brought in by somebody. Some colonizers brought them in to help with some sort of other insect that was damaging fruit. So you'll see, well, you won't see, but you can see the soursop, which is a fucking grapefruit, beautiful soursop. Really good for fighting cancer, apparently. Just don't eat seeds. Seeds are apparently poisons. But they also were used, the seeds were used in another culture as an insect repellent. So they used to grind them down and put them along the vegetable beds to stop or kill other insects. Yeah. Anyway, fucking side notes here. Yeah, I do this a lot. But it's just about sharing information, the shit that I find cool. And if you want to listen. If you don't, obviously, don't. But yeah, so yeah, they brought me in to stop this, and it kind of works. But now they just like cover the fruit in this like netty, like a cob. Oh, there's a mosquito. That's not my blood. Maybe it is. But yeah, the green weaver ants. They also have a look-alike spider, which I can't remember the name off the top of my head. But I was there one time. I was like, man, that's a weird-looking fucking ant because they have like a double head kind of thing. And I was like, man, it's like a deformed green weaver. But then I was like, oh, he has 8 fucking legs, man. Like, what's going on here? So this spider, which is name unknown right now, forgotten, is he's adapted himself, he or she or them, whatever pronoun they want to call themselves. They've adapted their ability of looking like these ants because ants have a toxin. That's why such a small little creature can hurt so bad when they bite you. Because they have a little toxin that's why birds and more like geckos don't eat ants. Geckos do not eat ants, which I was like, why wouldn't you fucking eat the ants, boys? A little bit of research found out. Fucked around, found out. So anyway, yeah, this little spider looks like him to save himself from other predators, and even is so good at pretending to be them, can actually find itself in their nests. So yeah, interesting side note there. Yeah, they're everywhere here, and they're cool. Ants, nature here is fucking sick. I have some of the stories I will share as time, pardon me, as time goes by, and little flies. Ooh. Yeah. So the full moon, yeah, and after like all that, I went to Australia for a while, traveled there, had some fun, kind of put the spiritual journey and healing journey to a side, and just let go and just create a space where I just was trying to be me and not be anybody else. I got into healing for me, and I ended up bringing out the old side of me of trying to fix and heal people around, and not actually focus on myself. And there's no fixing or healing anybody else other than yourself. You can inspire and support, sometimes guide people in a direction, but they have to want to do it themselves and have to figure it out themselves. I think it's part of the coaching. You're not there to tell anyone what is. You're there to be curious, ask some questions, and allow the person to figure out their life. I don't know if it's going to get windy, so I'm going to cover it up. But yeah, so the new moon, full moon. Oh, Roosins! Rudy, make Roosins. Get a little. Oh, Roo boy. Oh, you cutie boy. Yeah, shot at a Roo. Oh, hey, Roo. Hey, Roo. What's up, bro? You want to smile for the camera? You want to smile for the camera? Oh, boy. Oh, yeah, wood. Oh, the best boy. Huh? The best boy? Yeah? Yeah. I think you are. Oh, cool boy. Yeah. What? Oh, the little teenager moan. Oh. See, this little teenager moan, where he's like, leave me alone, but I love it. Oh. What is it? Wah. So yeah, that's Roo. Hiru means son. Kind of looks like a kangaroo. He just showed up one day, followed Nicky home, chose to live here. And he lives here, and we look after him. And even that, man. Do not chew on my tripod, please. Please, can you... What, you want to be in the video more? Okay. I don't know. I got a good height there. There we go. Ooh. Hello. Ooh. Come on up here, bud. You want to sit there? Ah, bud. That's the story. You see the ants? Yeah. They're cool. We were talking about them. Talking about them. Yeah. So, yeah, if you want to join in on this vlog over time, I think I don't have a set script or way to do this or talk about it, but I don't want to just share living here in Nomads, things that, share things that have helped my personal development, helped my healing, supported me, things that, just worked for me, and share breath work and all that. Now, if I there we go. Yup out of it. Yeah, so this is just like a transparent sharing. And as I said, I've been struggling. The whole time that I decided to do this. I think like inner judgment, self-judgment, worried about the other, and going through all them layers of letting go of to get to find more authenticity, because this channel for me is about transparent growth and authenticity and just being myself and sharing it and connecting with others. And there's so much options here and ways to go that I just love life, and I just want to share the life I love with others. And if they want to join along and listen and connect and be a part of it. Oh, another mosquito. Hello. Ooh, itch. So I can't remember where I left off. Roosins got in the vibration and distracted me. So I think that will be a part of this vlog, like where it's gonna be like, because really I do a lot. I have the attention span of, probably like a 7-month-old pup. And like, ooh, something new. Hello. Let me check this out. Let me figure this out. Ooh, what's this? What's that? Fuck around, find out. Yeah. So what I've been doing here is fucking new moon. Yeah. So yeah, new moon, full moon. So they're a big part of what me, Adrian, and Kat, really good friends of mine, are back in Australia for a little bit, sorting some stuff out. And they're gonna come back. I know they are. But yeah, we developed this ritual, and it's been something I've intended to bring back into my life. Yeah, I suppose bring back in my life. It's probably in my life at some point. Maybe not this physical body life, but a life where we coincided with the moon, and came into a vibrational rhythm with the moon, and had a fire on the new moon, full moon, and on the new moon it's about new beginnings. What you want to bring into that cycle, what you want to create, who you want to be. It's endless, the options. It's about the new. What is new to you is what's new to you. And yeah, and then the full moon is about releasing and letting go, and bringing the giving space for that new to come in. And sometimes it's about to being self-reflective and seeing what patterns and behaviors and limiting beliefs came up in that moon cycle, and putting intention into the coconuts. We roast the coconut, collect it, roast it, eat it after. It's pretty sweet, man. Right? If you've never had roast coconut, man, and you have access to some fresh coconut, highly recommend from a friend to a friend to roast coconuts and eat them. Takes a while to get good at, the time frame and judging when it's ready. Burnt a few, undercooked a few others, but getting out with my roasting capabilities, But yeah, the new moon, full moon, and for me, in this last, I'd say it's about 6-7 months since we started it. Yeah, time here just it's crazy, 10 days here in Nomads is like we such a deep connection, so such a beautiful experience. It's like goes like that, feels like 10 months, you know. So yeah, but I've been releasing and having the same intentions of what to bring into my life for the last 6-7 months. Some things come ebb and flow like other things that, but self-worth has been a big one. I've put my value and self-worth in so many other people, in work that was from others, being a hard worker, being this person that puts in a lot of effort and does a great job, and that showed up in so many cycles of life, and especially in my relationships with the beautiful feminine, beautiful women I got to share life with over this last 32 years, and I put so much on them. I needed to be needed. My value was based upon how needed I was, and I took away their power. I took away their sovereignty a lot of the time, and I needed other ones to be I needed others to be validated. Man, I couldn't validate myself, and that came up in medicine. That came up in the retreat centers, and it's like now, without medicine, without this powerful thing outside of yourself, which, yeah, psychedelics have a fucking massive role in the evolution of human consciousness. But there is a point where you have to go, who am I without anything? Who am I with just me? And giving yourself, and that was what coming to Sri Lanka was for me, was just getting here to become a coach and walking away from anything outside of myself, and not using anything, and just meditating, and not even meditating, but just breathing and being present with nature was the most powerful. And then fucking, who would have guessed? Nature talks. If you can listen, it's always talking. Talk a talking, Lynn. It's always talking. The question is, are you listening? Just telling you something. You know, the more you witness it, the more it's like, whoa. And then it starts to witness you. Okay, even deeper and like, whoa. I must say, if I didn't do the amount of psychedelics I have in the past, I probably think I'm crazy. But then again, I probably am crazy, you know. So yeah. Yeah, I've been letting go a lot of, my own self. The need for others, and my intentions have been about community and creating something special with people, which is it's already in motion. It's created. It's just ever evolving now. And every time I go into that deep layer of where I needed to be valued from another, and allow that shame and guilt and resentment and even the fear of being seen for who I truly am, I find so much value in myself each time. And the reason I'm saying this is because, we're lost in this modern construct of boom, quick, we're healed. Sat with that, boom, I'm healed. I'm fucking let that go. Guys, we've carried shit for so long. It takes real commitment, consistency, and dedication and devotion to letting go and to growing and to changing pattern cycles, behaviors, limiting beliefs. And that's why the moon and the fires are so powerful, because you get to sit, talk with people about it, if you choose to. I recommend to anybody, if you're I've been single for the last 2 years out of finding myself, because as I said, I've put so much into the feminine that I needed to take a break away from relationships, and honestly just to become friends with the feminine and women, and become curious rather than putting expectations and wants and desires on them, which hasn't been an easy road, I'm a man, men are men. So yeah, I've been on a journey of self-discovery in this last 5 years, and it's just evolved into something so beautiful that I want to share with others. And in anybody that watches this, especially men, if you want to work together, you want to do some coaching, you want to learn some breathwork, I'm in the cusp of creating a breathwork coaching program where you don't necessarily have to coach with me, that it can be a part of an online platform where you have an interactiveness, not fully worked out, it's in the workings, it's in the creation mode, where you'll have content and techniques to try, and with everything is about find your answers, find your truth in what I'm sharing. It's not about fuck you, Mosey. So share, right? Mosquitoes are just part of life here, and I've tried to not killing and take what you need. But I've come to it's like, right, you want to take my blood, you want to cause an itching, and it's like, I'd have no problem giving blood. Why the fucking itching? Why must you leave an itch for me to fucking deal with after? Because that's really the issue. It's not the fucking little sucking of the blood, it's the fucking itching. So I came and was like, you want to fucking cause an itch? You want to come? I'm going to fucking murder you. That's just how it is. You choose me, there's an option of death. That's the way it is. Anyway. What was that? See now? Fucking little bit of an itch there. And you know what? Not one mozzie is the same here. They're all like, some of them, it's the smaller ones. Believe it or not now, lads. It's the smaller ones that cause a bigger itch. Big ones? Nah. They hurt-ish. The little ones, oh, they cause an itch like there's no tomorrow. Oh, there's one. Oh yeah, so goes me. Up the throat. No monkeys around. Just having a scan of the area. You just never know what you want to see around here, lads. Between monkeys, cows, monitor lizards, geckos, snakes, scorpions, kingfishers. And they all have their little ebbs and flows and cycles of when they're here and when they're not here, coming and goings. First day here, there's a cow in the garden. I didn't see the cow for like 6 months. Next thing there's eight cows in the garden. 7 or 8. Yeah. I ended up sitting in the front garden. I sat with them for about an hour. Kind of nice. I was like, please do not eat the plants and vegetables I'm growing here. Take what you need. They've listened. They've only ate some of the stuff. Well, yeah. Locals were like, just hit me with a stick. Like, no, I'm not. I can't do that. You don't have to hit me. I don't want to force something with fear. I want to sit with them, have a chat with them. And I don't know if that actually worked or they just chose, All I can say is they haven't come into the garden and eaten anything. 2 of them came back and had a little bit of a romantic session. There was a bull and a cow. Had a bit of a romantic session at the back of the house. It was kind of funny. They lay out the back and then, had some fun. Oh, lads. Yeah. So the moons. Yeah, and it's I think I left off here. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. But yeah, it's like if you're in partnership with somebody, how special is it? It's every new moon and full moon that you actually sit down and talk about the past, the present, and the future, and have the uncomfortable conversations, having open conversations, and creating space to be seen and heard, and put pure intention into ye, to the Trinity. And I think this is from being in relationships, being an unhealthy masculine. I really see now, for me personally, it's like the Trinity, having 2 sovereign identities, your own sovereign identities that you're constantly growing and evolving as a person, and then you have the Trinity, your third identity, your together identity. That none of them should ever take over. There should be all in a balance of coexistence together, and they should be working on yourself and your own space, your own sovereigns. Same for her. Whatever way you choose the relationship. I'm monogamous, but having that third to co-create together, and the power of coinciding that with the moon, and what you're releasing, what you're letting go on, as an individual, as a couple, as a community, that's what it is in here, and then we all have our own little relationship with life and people and everything in ourselves. Yeah, that is the truth. The most important thing is the relationship with self. You can't have a good relationship with anybody, truly, a relationship of depth and just pure fulfillment if you don't have it with yourself. If you don't truly give you what you need, how can you give it another, truly? Given from a place of emptiness, or half emptiness, half fullness. That was me for so long. I was given to everybody but myself, and it's not a nice road. Not for everybody, not for anybody, me or the other. You start to develop resentment. You start to develop a lot of inner turmoil, not niceness, and you end up projecting and having no discernment. Yeah, beautiful open conversation here. So yeah, I'm gonna post this no matter what. I'm making this. I've done quite a few videos. I'm like, oh, sound is that, blah blah blah. Cause I'm struggling, but like it doesn't matter. It doesn't need to be fucking perfect. If no one watches it, I had a good chat with myself. If someone watches it and gets even a little bit of inspiration in life or just enjoyed it, wonderful. But yeah, follow along this journey, and I open this up to anybody. You know, if you're struggling in life, or there's a mosquito. Sorry. If you'd like to coach, or even just have a chat about life, and have a chat about just being in existence, reach out and set up a Google Meet. Have a chat. You know, if you want to dive into some breath work. As I said, I'm trying to do videos. My breath work, I suppose, is, I don't know, it's different. You know, it's breath work to me isn't just sitting down and doing a session. It's about all day, every day. It's an asset to enhance a beautiful moment. You know, to sit in front of a beautiful sunset, or just to be in nature. It's like the key to presence. Just in, just out, just that simple. I know it can be hard because the mind, trust me, I know what the mind is like. It can be hard to quiet the mind. There's certain ways of breathing that helps, you know, quieten it. It's all consistency. It's all devotion to self, of wanting to create what you want to actually be, who you want to be, you know, without all the shit that we have just from life. No one's fault. We're all hurt. Hurt people. You know, projection is real. So yeah, if you wanna coach, you wanna talk about breathwork, even it's just a chat. I'm always open for a chat. If you wanna see a certain hear a certain story about how Rue got here, how I got here, what I'm, there's only like, as I said, you know, to fit in 8 months into videos, and even in all the past experiences, that's why it's like that's a struggle in itself. It's like, what do I talk about? So yeah, this one was about, oh, hello, beautiful dragonfly. I wish I could. I would love for this to have a camera where, you know, it's like side, take a picture. I do have pictures. Maybe that's what I'll evolve this channel into. It's like I've loads of pictures when I talk about the soursop. When I talk about the dragonflies, I can throw in a picture and show you the, you know, the geckos. Some snakes here, or some lizards here, looks like snakes with legs, and they kind of walk. They kind of snake slithering. Yeah. Seen iguanas change colors, which is fucking really cool. Monkeys skip shit out a couple of times, just like jumping in out of nowhere. Tom had a big monitor inside his. Monitor lizards get pretty fucking big. Sauntered on into his room and started hissing at him. What was that? Oh, you're a big boy. So he left, gave it some time to leave, and it did. So yeah, if you want to like hear a certain story and give me some inspiration of what to talk about, or co-create something, yeah, give me a shout, drop a comment, give me a like, whatever floats your boat. But yeah, I'm Machine. Flow-StateAlchemy. Ooh, another mosquito, and you will notice, I get words incorrectly. I say words incorrectly. Yeah, it is what it is. Ooh, maybe I'm just talking too long. Ooh, another mosquito. It is what it is. But anyway, Machine from Flow-StateAlchemy. I get this a couple of times. Third time lucky. Trinity is a very important one, actually. Yeah. So there may be. Oh, hold on. Sorry. The dragonfly got really close, and I thought I might be able to get close up, but it flew away. As soon as I thought that, I was like, "Nah, boy, fuck off." So yeah, it's Oshin from Flow-StateAlchemy. Thank you for joining, and I shall see you on the next one. Woohoo!
Moo.